Good morning everybody and welcome to Kingston Library Rhyme Time. The rhymes we're going to do this week are all on the theme of fairy tales. So we've got dragons and monsters and princes and princesses. So if you have any toys that you can use to sing along with, you might want to grab those now. We're going to just start with a hello song and then do a couple of counting rhymes, and then we'll get into our theme section with all our fairy tale characters. So we're going to start with a hello song, so if you want to wave and say hello you can do, and it goes like this. Say hello, hello, say hello, hello, say hello, hello, say hello. Whisper hello, hello, whisper hello, hello, whisper hello, hello, whisper hello. Shout hello, hello, shout hello, hello, shout hello, hello, shout hello. Hello everybody. Lovely to see you again today. We hope you're all okay at home. We're going to do a couple of counting rhymes now before we do our theme section. And the first one we're going to do is everybody's favourite. It's zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. So if you want to put your hands together like a rocket, you can do it like this. And just watch out for the little bit in the middle before we get to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we'll be there very soon. If you want to take a trip, climb on board my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Well done, I hope you got thrown in the air there. Let's try it again, and this time when we get to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're going to count down from 10 instead of 5. Are you ready? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we'll be there very soon. If you want to take a trip, climb on board my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Fantastic, well done. So let's do another counting rhyme. This time we're going to do one called Baa Baa Black Sheep, which only counts up to 3, but it's a nice little one, and I know a lot of you like to do this one at home. It goes like this. Baa Baa Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master and 1 for the dame, and 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Thank you, said the master, thank you, said the dame, thank you, said the little boy who lives down the lane. Right, one more counting rhyme. This time we're going to do one called Number 1, Tickle My Tum. So see if you can do all the actions for this one. So number 1, tickle your tum. Very good. Number 2, say boo. Number 3, touch your knee. Can you touch your knee? You can't see my knees here. Number 4, touch the floor all the way down there. Number 5, do a dive. Woo! Number 6, wiggle your hips. There we go. Number 7, jump to heaven, up in the air, that's it. Number 8, sit up straight, see if you can fold your arms, very nice. Number 9, walk in a line. And number 10, start again, are you ready? Number 1, tickle your tum. Number 2, say boo. Number 3, touch your knee. Down here, that's it. Number 4, touch the floor. Number 5, do a dive. Woo! Number 6, wiggle your hips. That's it. Number 7, jump to heaven. Number 8, sit up straight or stand up straight. Number 9, walk in a line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And number 10, not again. There we go. I hope you're all thoroughly woken up now. We've had a bit of a shake around, haven't we? So we're going to do some fairy tale rhymes now. And the first one is about a dragon and a knight. Now, if you used to come to Rhyme Time at Kingston Library, if you came to my sessions, you would know this one because I made it up. If you haven't been to my sessions, then you won't know this one because I made it up. It's got 3 verses, and normally we'd have a puppet with a knight and a dragon. But I'm going to use my hands today for this one. And it goes like this. Once upon a time a knight so brave went for a wander in a deep dark cave. He saw the dragon lying on the floor, but as he got closer the dragon went roar. Can you do a big roar? Roar. Now that the knight was not so brave, he ran away through the deep dark cave, but as he got outside the door, he was chased by the dragon and the dragon went roar. And now he's going to run away. He ran to the castle far away and stayed inside for the rest of the day, but when he stepped outside once more, down flew the dragon and the dragon went roar. Lots of roaring, well done. It's a bit like The Hobbit, that one. It's The Hobbit in 3 verses. So now, the next one we're going to do is called Snap, Snap, Snap. We did this one a couple of weeks ago when we did Rainforest Rhymes, and we did it with a crocodile, but it works just as well with a dragon or maybe a dinosaur. So we're going to do it with pretend your hand is a dragon. Here we go. Snap, 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 a dragon sat in my lap. I stroked him ever so gently, and now he's taking a nap. Snap, 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 he's woken from his nap, and now he's feeling hungry. Snappity, snappity, snap. Oh, there we go. Right, that's the Snap, Snap song. Now, we're going to do one about a princess now. It's a very old rhyme. It's called There Was a Princess in a Tower. So if you're not sure what fairy tale this is from, see if you can work it out as we go along, and maybe let us know in the comments which fairy tale you think this is from. And it goes like this. There was a princess in a tower, in a tower, in a tower. There was a princess in a tower long, long ago. A wicked fairy cast a spell, cast a spell, cast a spell. A wicked fairy cast a spell long, long ago. Have you worked it out yet? Here we go. The princess slept for 100 years, 100 years, 100 years. The princess slept for 100 years long, long ago. Now, while the princess was asleep, a hedge of thorns grew all around, and you can do this with your fingers. A hedge of thorns grew all around, all around, all around. A hedge of thorns grew all around long, long ago. And the whole castle slept for 100 years. All the people, all the animals, and the princess in the tower slept for 100 years. And then 100 years later, a handsome prince came riding by. So pretend you're on your horse here. We're going to come riding by. A handsome prince came riding by, riding by, riding by. A handsome prince came riding by long, long ago. And he could just see the very top of the tallest tower over the thorns and hedges that had grown around. And he decided he wanted to have a look inside. So he pulled his sword out and he chopped the thorns down with his sword. So can you pretend you're chopping with your sword? Here we go. He chopped the thorns down with his sword, with his sword, with his sword. He chopped the thorns down with his sword long, long ago. And he fought his way into the castle, and he had a good look around, and eventually he went up to the top of the tallest tower and found the princess fast asleep. How do you wake a sleeping princess? Do you bring her a cup of tea? Do you tickle her feet? I think in a fairy tale there is only one way to wake a sleeping princess. Here we go. He woke the princess with a kiss, with a kiss, with a kiss. He woke the princess with a kiss long, long ago. And when he did that, the spell was broken and everybody woke up. And everybody's happy now. Here we go. And everybody's happy now, happy now, happy now. And everybody's happy now, long, long ago. Now, did you work out what fairy tale that was and who was the princess? See if you can work that one out. Do let us know. Right, the next one I'm going to do is one called the Grand Old Duke of York, because we've done princes and now we're going to do dukes. It's very similar. We're going to do some marching, and this one's called the Grand Old Duke of York. We're going to march up and down some hills, so if you're going out for a walk later today, you might want to have a go. Here we go. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither neither up nor down. Let's try that again. Here we go. The grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. Well done. Give yourselves a clap. Well done. Now then, we're going to do another one. Now this is a fairy tale rhyme about Goldilocks, and it's called When Goldilocks Went to the House of the Bears. Now then, let's see if we can do this one. So, you probably know the story of Goldilocks. Let's see if you can do it. If you don't know the tune, you can probably follow along with the actions. Here we go. When Goldilocks went to the house of the bears, what did her blue eyes see? A bowl that was big, a bowl that was small, a bowl that was tiny, but that's not all, and she counted them 1, 2, 3. Now, what was in the bowls? Can you remember? It was porridge, wasn't it? And Daddy Bear's bowl was too hot, and Mummy Bear's bowl was too cold. But Baby Bear's bowl of porridge was just right. So what did Goldilocks do? She ate it all up, didn't she? Now, when Goldilocks went to the house of the bears, what did her blue eyes see? A chair that was big, a chair that was small, a chair that was tiny, but that's not all, and she counted them 1, 2, 3. And Goldilocks wanted to have a little sit down, but when she sat on Daddy Bear's chair, it was too hard, wasn't it? When she sat on Mummy Bear's chair, it was too soft. And when she sat on Baby Bear's chair, it was just right. But what happened to it? It broke, didn't it? Oh no. When Goldilocks went to the house of the bears, what did her blue eyes see? A bed that was big, a bed that was small, a bed that was tiny, but that's not all, and she counted them 1, 2, 3, and she felt a little bit sleepy. Oh, so she lay down in Daddy Bear's bed, but Daddy Bear's bed was too high. So then she lay down in Mummy Bear's bed, but Mummy Bear's bed was too low, wasn't it? And so she got into Baby Bear's bed, which was just right. And Goldilocks fell fast asleep. And then what happened? The bears come home, don't they? Here we go. When Goldilocks went to the house of the bears, what did her blue eyes see? A bear that was big, a bear that was small, a bear that was tiny, but that's not all, and she counted them 1, 2, 3. Ah, said Goldilocks, and she ran all the way back home. So that's Goldilocks and the House of the Bears. Now that one, it counts in 3s, and also there's a lot of opposites in that story, like hot and cold and big and small, aren't there? Now then, what we're going to have a story now. Now this is, I say it's a story, it's a rhyming story because it's rhyme time today. And it's one of my favourites. It's actually 3 books in one, if you can see it here. It's called The 3 Little Pigs and Other Stories, and it's by Nick Sharratt and Stephen Tucker. And it's published by Macmillan, who've given us permission to read this story today. Now, there are 3 stories in the book, 3 Little Pigs, Jack and the Beanstalk, and the 3 Billy Goats Gruff. We're going to read Jack and the Beanstalk because I really like that one. So, I'm going to start here. I hope you can see the pictures. It's a rhyming story, but it doesn't have a tune. So we're going to say it, I'm going to speak it, not sing it, but it's still a good rhyme. Let's see if you can see this here. Jack and his mum were really poor, and things had got so bad that now they had to sell their cow, which made Jack very sad. He had got halfway to the market when a man said, "Stop, my boy, I'll swap your cow for magic beans. They'll bring you lots of joy." And he opened his cloak, and there, can you see the magic beans that he's holding? Do you think Jack should sell the cow for magic beans? Let's have a look. The lad replied, "You've got a deal, real magic beans, yippee! I can't wait to see my mum's face. She'll be so pleased with me." Does she look pleased? I don't think so. Mum wasn't pleased. "You silly boy," she snapped and shook her head. The beans went on the compost heap and Jack was sent to bed. And there we go. There's lots of things like worms in the compost heap there. And what have we got in the cabbages? Ugh, slugs in the cabbages. Lovely. Right. Next day he woke up early, went outside and got a fright. The magic beans had turned into a beanstalk overnight. The massive plant reached to the sky. Said Jack, "I'd love to know what's at the top." And up he climbed. Mum called, "Mind how you go." and he's climbing up the beanstalk, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, right up into the clouds. Here we go. Now, do you know what happens next? You might do. He scrambled up from leaf to leaf till high upon a cloud he saw a great big castle with a sign, "No kids allowed." But Jack was brave. He tiptoed in and couldn't believe his eyes, for everything around him was a most gigantic size. Shall we open the doors here? What can you see inside the doors? A gigantic table and a gigantic chair. Who do you think might live in a gigantic castle? Let's have a look. All at once he heard cluck, cluck. It came from somewhere near. Inside a basket sat a hen. She said, "Hello, my dear." There she is. The hen said, "I'm a special bird. I lay gold eggs, I do. And Jack, you don't remember me, but I remember you." And inside the box here, look at all these golden eggs. They must be worth a fortune. Now then. For once upon a time, my child, when you were just knee-high, a giant stole me from your house and made your poor mum cry. He also took a golden harp and lots of money too. Said Jack, "Well, I shall take you back." The hen cried, "Good for you." And in the cupboard here, what have we got? There's the golden harp and all the money that the giant stole from Jack's family. Oh, lose this. As Jack picked up the hen, harp and coins, he heard great footsteps boom. A giant had returned. A voice like thunder filled the room. "Fee, fi, fo, fum," the giant roared, "I reckon I smell child." He spied Jack in his hiding place, and boy did he go wild. And there's Jack trying to hide behind the giant books on the bookshelf. But Jack was nimble, Jack was quick, and out the door he flew. The giant bellowed, "Just you wait till I catch up with you." As Jack scurried down the beanstalk, the hen squawked anxiously, "If that giant gets his hands on us, he'll eat us for our tea." He'll eat us for his tea. Oh, there we go, the giant can't quite reach them. Now then, eventually Jack reached the ground. He called, "Mum, bring the axe." He chopped right through the beanstalk. It took a lot of whacks. The great plant tumbled to the ground. The giant shouted, "Hey!" and plunged into the compost heap. He's still stuck there today. There we go. That's the end of the story. So Jack climbed up the beanstalk and he found the hen and the golden eggs and the harp, and he took them because they actually belong to him. That's the important point of the story. In some versions, they don't make that clear. You can only steal things if they actually belong to you. So this is The Three Little Pigs and Other Stories by Macmillan. We're going to put that one there. Now, it's nearly the end of our story time and rhyme time today. So we're going to do our goodbye song. I'm going to wave and you can join in and sing goodbye too. Here we go. Say goodbye, goodbye, say goodbye, goodbye, say goodbye, goodbye, say goodbye. Whisper goodbye, goodbye, whisper goodbye, goodbye, whisper goodbye, goodbye, whisper goodbye. Shout goodbye, goodbye, shout goodbye, goodbye, shout goodbye, goodbye, shout goodbye. Goodbye, everybody, and thank you for coming to Rhyme Time today. Don't forget, tomorrow is World Book Night. That's going to be a big day. Lots of stuff on Facebook and Twitter and social media about World Book Night tomorrow, and we'll be back with story time on Friday. But in the meantime, have a lovely time, and we will see you soon.